Welcome back to Theme Park Wizard or the Wizard's Den podcast, episode 3. This time we start off with Disney or Universal, then went to Disney. Now we're going to Six Flags, where we have the expert. He's such an expert. He walks around the place. He's walking around there for 40 days straight because he's such an expert. The ambassador.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Wizard? Nice to see you. Thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm happy to be
Thanks
here.
for joining, man. I haven't seen you in so long since
I know.
Universal that one time.
That's right, Universal, where I had to run away, kind of like Prince Charming. I was like, or Cinderella or whatever it is. I had to be like, I gotta go.
Yeah,
But we got to hang out. It was like the park wasn't even open, right? We were just it was not open. We just went to the
donut and
we got a donut
on the globe, and then you gotta go. Man, that's good. Now you have to go with your son, whose name is my name, which is great.
That's right.
And he's gonna make a guest appearance, maybe. So keep on the lookout, people. And then we all gotta go because he's been to Universal, right?
Yeah, we were able to go back in as of recording this today is May 11th, 2022. We were able to go back in March. Another individual that we probably both know, Jinx Everywhere, he was able to, who works there, he was able to hook my family up with tickets so I could take him for his birthday, which was great.
Oh, nice. Did he love it?
He did. He was finally tall enough to ride Forbidden Journey, and he was scared, but he's glad that he did it. And we also did Jurassic World, and we forced him. I say force. We convinced him to go on the Mummy, and he did that too.
Oh, nice! Wow. So, do you think if he comes in here, would he be too shy to be on for a couple questions?
Probably not. No. We'll see if he makes an appearance.
Super cool. Well, I'm glad you guys have to go because I know you've been wanting to. And
yeah.
And now you live close enough, super close, decently close to Six Flags, enough to go 40 days a week. I love this goal. Super much better than the gym, at least motivating for me. Tell everyone what you're doing for a month and 10 days.
Yeah, for sure. Just to sum it up, there was a nationwide story that came out about an individual who we don't know who it is, but a guy that went to Six Flags Magic Mountain every day when he was a student so that he could use his meal plan to eat for free. And made national news, and it was funny because a lot of us enthusiasts have been doing that for years. We just didn't make the news, right? And so that I was like, what if I did the opposite of that? What if I went to Magic Mountain every day to try to lose weight? And for those who may not know, Magic Mountain, I mean, kind of like Universal Hollywood, it's all on hills, and it's a very large park, and so just walking around it, you've got varied terrain and different inclines and stuff like that, so you really get a good workout. So I said this would be a kind of a fun thing, and the reason why I chose 40 days in a row, to be honest with you, is because I came up with the idea around Easter, and I don't want to get too preachy, but there's the 40-day fast and the 40 blah blah. I just thought 40 kind of sounded like an interesting number. So, and I'm calling it the Six Flags 16 because I'm hoping to lose 16 pounds. And I'm on day 31 of 40 as of time of recording this.
Impressive.
And I've lost 8 pounds, which is good. It's halfway to the goal. But doing the math, of how many days I have left, it took how long to I don't know if I'll reach my goal. But what I've done is I've started adding weights and resistance to see if I can just slog the very least, or the most out of it that I can. And it's been fun going every single day. It's very interesting. My feet are sore. I got blisters. I've gone through a pair of shoes already. But it's fun. It's
and new. People join you, right?
Yeah,
it's cool. People join you.
I have
randomly, which is great. If you're watching and you want to join Mark over here, ambassador, every day. Actually, I don't know what time, but every day you can find him walking around.
It's a different time every day. Usually I try to go first thing in the morning, just because like everybody else, I've got work to do and I've got things to do around the house. But I'm able to go pretty much usually at rope drop. But if somebody wants to walk and they say they're going to be a little bit later, I can make an adjustment. Just let me know. You can hit me up on my Instagram, which I'm sure Ethan will link down in the description below. But Ethan, we got to get you coming out, buddy.
I know. I will definitely try to be there on Sunday. Now, you said you're there later on Saturdays, which is interesting because Saturday mornings I go to Universal because I like to catch the guys working.
Yeah, of course.
Then afterwards, since if you go later, because I'm usually out of there by like 11 or 12, and I can just bump it up to Six Flags if you start later on, or I can just
Yeah, I usually do because weekends are usually like laundry and
Mhm.
mowing the lawn and time off of work where I have to just get a lot of stuff done. So it makes sense for me. I usually go a little bit later on, and plus the parks are usually busier on weekends. So it's
Mhm.
like it's fine to get there later because it's like. And another thing, what I'm doing is like when I'm there, I walk a 5 mile route. It's actually 5 miles, and
That's
I
insane.
don't ride anything. Now I have broken my rule on a couple of times. There's been a dead day where literally there was a Twisted Colossus train that was just sitting there and they weren't dispatching it because there was nobody there. And I said, okay, guys, I'll throw you a bone. But I don't ride anything. I'm just focused on keeping my heart rate up, and I'll stop and take pictures of the new Wonder Woman coaster. But mostly I'm just kind of just jamming. So.
And it still counts if you go on Twisted Colossus and you just keep moving your legs.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Plus, screaming does release calories, so it's still working. It's still
yeah,
working.
kind of do some calisthenics while you're on the
Like,
ride.
when your weight's on the lift hill, it's a pretty slow lift hill.
Yeah.
You can go up there.
Yeah, that's completely safe. And Six Flags would absolutely welcome weights on a roller coaster.
I would encourage it, if anything. Now, been to there for 40 days. Obviously, you walk by a lot of the team members.
Yeah.
Do they notice you? Do they remember you? Do they ask what you're doing, or do they are curious, or they even care?
That's a great question. Yeah, there are a few that have recognized me. I've been lucky enough to say hi to the park president as well a few times.
Nice. Did you
But
tell them your goal?
I did. I
Love
kind of did some shameless self-promotion, hoping that he would feature me or something like that. But
He should put you on the Six Flags Instagram. Look at the ambassador.
We'll see.
Try this goal type
But
of thing. That'd be great.
Usually what it is like when a ride is closed, like say like X2 or like Scream or something like that, they always have a cast member or I think they're called cast members, but standing there to kind of being like, no, ride's down, so you don't have to walk all the way to the ride to find out. And so I'm usually going, oh, hey, I'm just because what I do is I just kind of like walk past the rides. I don't go into the queues. I just walk past them. So I'll start approaching them, and they'll be like, no, the ride's closed. I go, I know, I'm just walking. And they're like, what? And then I quickly kind of say, yeah, I'm doing this for 40 days in a row. And they're like, oh, really? Oh, crazy. And my new favorite thing to do is because I'm wearing what's called a rucksack. I put some weight in there. And what the weight that I'm using is these 10-pound gallons of water. And I use 2 of them. So they're 20 pounds. And I like to show them how much weight I'm, now I was like, oh my gosh. It's like,
That's insane. See, this is something you should film.
Well, I do
journey. Would have been great.
I do to an extent. I do stories on Instagram, kind of like updates and stuff like that. I'm also filming reels on Instagram as well. Right now, I'm just mainly Instagram. For YouTube, it would have been cool to film, but I think that, and you know how it goes, Ethan. Like when you're filming for something for YouTube, there's a lot of thought that goes into it and a lot of focusing on angles and setting up a shot. And I figured that might be, if it was just me, it might be a little bit too distracting, or I think it would be start preoccupying my mind to film things, and then coming to home and having to edit it and all that different stuff would have just kind of taken away from the main goal. And so if you want to follow me, just again, I will do story updates, reels. On my halfway point, I did a live stream, which was fun. I may do a live stream again, maybe on the last day.
You got to.
And but it's if you want to check it out, yeah, you can go to my Instagram, like I said, down in the description below, and follow me. And if you want to follow me, cool. Or you can just watch my story for free if you'd like to, no problem.
Are you gonna do a before and after picture of the weight loss?
That's something that I contemplated, because I know a lot of times people do like a shirtless picture or stuff like that, and I just said, I don't know if I want to do that. So what I did is I started on a Tuesday Why I started on a Tuesday, again, I have no idea. I just was a
Taco
Tuesday.
Tuesday. You want to eat?
Yeah,
Taco?
because it was taco. I was able to eat my tacos and then and go. No, it's so what I decided to do is every week on Tuesday I do a weigh-in, like where I will live story the as I'm stepping on the scale. And I know weight isn't all of it. There's body mass index, and I understand that. But for to keep things simple, I'm just looking to lose 16 pounds. And this past week, I actually stayed the same weight as I did the week prior. And so I blamed the LA County Fair. I did not have a fried Twinkie. I could promise you I did not have fried Twinkies.
Yeah, how much did you eat? How many fried foods and desserts did you eat at the fair?
But but I think it's okay. You don't beat yourself up if you don't make losses every week. But so that's probably what I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on my last day. I'll do a scale video. And the thing that's important that to keep it very honest and transparent is that I actually wear the same clothing and I do it at the exact same time every Tuesday.
And the exact same route.
Well, the route, yes, the route. Sometimes I mix it up. So I plotted out
the same mileage, right?
I won't.
It's 5 miles either way.
Yeah, exactly. So what I do is I'll either go the original route or I'll just do the original route in reverse. So it's this exact same thing. It's just starting at the ending and going towards the beginning, if that makes sense.
Which one do you prefer?
The way I look at it is this: do I want to do that big Samurai Summit Hill towards the beginning of the route, or do I want to do it at the end of the route?
I feel like for me, I'd take the beginning just to get it done.
Yeah. So when I go the normal route, it's done in the beginning, but if I do the reverse route, it's done towards the end. And it's fine. I thought about switching things up. Maybe I can ask you this. I thought about running, or at least not running, but jogging it the whole way one time. Or I also had this funny idea. What if I actually walked backwards, like legitimately walked backwards the route the entire time?
Okay,
just to kind of keep it interesting.
I'll film the whole thing if you do that. I'll have to film. I'll just film all the team members' faces. What is that guy doing?
Right.
You should do it.
Well, if you go to my Instagram, I did post a reel of a time lapse that I took. So basically, I took my phone and I held it at my chest and I filmed a time lapse for the entire thing. And the thing is, it takes an hour and 25 minutes to do the whole thing. So I have an hour and 25 minutes of a time lapse of me just walking around like this. And believe me, walking like this and holding your phone like this for a while. So I had to slowly switch hands every now and then because my arms started.
Wow. You didn't have any little tripod or anything?
You can't bring them in.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's really funny. Weird. Yeah, I have a nice little tripod, but they just think it's a selfie stick. I don't get it. But I filmed this time lapse, and in order to fit it into the Instagram Reels, which, here we go. It only that's my latest reel. It only allows for up to 60 seconds. That's from today. That's just me complaining about a parking situation, but. So I have a really fast time lapse. So if you go back to my reel, if you go back to the main page, I'll see if I can tell you where it is. Scroll down. Oh, reels. Scroll down. And then I'll explain these other reels here in just a minute too. Scroll down. Oh, right there. See that one with the person kind of walking? Yeah, this is my super fast, crazy time.
Oh my God, that's really fast.
I had to speed it up to fit it in the time slot allowed, but.
That's actually filmed really well. It's not even shaky. It's filmed really well.
Well, there may have been some post-processing added to that video.
I was about to say, because wow, usually I can show this to someone and they wouldn't even get motion sickness. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So there you go. There's the entirety of Magic Mountain forwards and backwards in 45 seconds.
My dude really walked around the entire park. That's right, he did. Twice, actually. Yeah, wow. That's insane. I can't believe this didn't get more views than these guys.
Well, I don't have a super lot of followers on Instagram right now, which I'm not complaining. I'm happy. I just crossed the 300 threshold, which I'm grateful for. I know that's super small potatoes, but you know what? I'm grateful for everybody. There's been really fun support. I get messages of people, of encouragement, stuff like that. So I started these new reels, that these ones you see here. I had this idea. Again, when you're walking around for 40 days, you try to come up with some sort of idea in your brain to make the viewers interested, because I
like the live tills thing you do.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
would get bored watching somebody walk for 40 days. So I'd come up with new ideas. So I decided to do the lift hills of Magic Mountain. So
this one did it.
Every lift hill, I filmed every single lift hill that's in operation. And now some lift hills, I'm going to quiz you, Ethan. Which roller coasters have 2 lift hills?
2 lift hills? Ninja.
Correct. There's one more. Actually, there's 2 more.
Gold Rusher.
2
more. And 1 more, right? And Twisted Colossus.
Correct.
Yeah. That's kind of a trick one, because it's like the same one, but it's like a different one because it's in the same place, which is different.
Yeah.
Same track, but it's still second lift hill.
So I made sure to film those as well, so that I didn't have a bunch of enthusiasts going, "Hey, you missed the double lift hills."
I'm just glad, it's okay. Any other enthusiasts aren't like Disney enthusiasts. They'll really get on you if you miss something for the Disney.
Yeah, and then I just started today. At the very end, so there's actually 3 roller coasters right now that are not operating their lift hills, and that's Roadrunner Express, Batman, and then of course Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, because it's not finished. So I kind of I ended the series with kind of a funny little reel. You scroll up, I'll show it to you. I don't know. Are you able to add audio to do it or not? Or
oh man, the screen share,
no, sorry.
I think it might work. Hold on, let
see
me
the one that's
as long as my computer audio is up. This one?
No, the second newest, the one that has 647.
Boom, this one.
Okay, that one right there.
Do we hear anything? Oh wait.
Anyway, and so again, that was just to say, yes, I didn't forget about these lift hills. They just weren't operating. And then just today, I started the launches of Magic Mountain, because not every roller coaster has a lift hill. So I've got Superman, the one I started, and then tomorrow you'll just guys have to wait and see what I post tomorrow. So, and yes,
full throttle.
I filmed every launch. Hint, hint. So.
Wow, that's incredible. These are good ideas for YouTube videos. My goodness.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Anybody can steal my ideas. I'm not the type of person that, holds on to my footage or my ideas or my angles or whatever and says, "How dare you copy me?" It's like, look, I'm down with it. Like, I like to go with enthusiasts and go, hey, here's a really cool angle that you should film. This is a fun
Wait a second. You already filmed the launch. You cheated.
I did only just because, again, I was just trying to make reels to just kind of like, keep things interesting. And, I'm old, I was born in the 70s. I'll put it that way.
This one.
Oh, that one did pretty well.
Is it just like, just the pizza place? Hold on.
Oh, it's because I just started.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Queen's it's Queen's Killer Queen. I kind of joking that that Wonder Woman is a killer queen. Blah blah blah. Again, I'm trying. I'm old. I'm trying to figure out these reels with music.
You're not that old.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely, definitely in the prime of my life. But so I've been having fun with them and figuring things out and adding music here and there and just kind of trying to bring a smile to people's faces, and that's my goal. Kind of like the quality content that you get on Theme Park Wizard.
Oh, wow. Fantastic content. I know. Wow. I'm really, I'm going to have to do a whole little Lift Hills compilation
There you go.
Oh,
You should click that Wonder Woman one. This is one I look like a total
this one?
weirdo trying to film this one. Yeah, make sure that there's audio. There.
I was
I'm
about to say, did you buy that cape just for that? But
I did not, but then I went to the Justice League store and I'm holding it like, and then like so many times to try to make it work. And I even had like the store employee came out and started just kind of like, fixing the rack to kind of like, you could tell that she was just checking me out to make sure that I was like not going to run away with this cape. But I was like, I'm sorry. I'm one of those like people that you see Instagramming everything. Ugh.
I'm surprised she let you take it out of the store.
Well, it was on a rack that was outside. You know how they kind of have it like,
okay.
yeah, you know what I mean?
That's,
I was being respectful, but
that's hilarious. I'd totally be, if I was working there, I'd definitely be like, what is that guy doing? Is he doing TikTok?
I'd be like, follow me to see the video.
How long did it take to film that one?
I mean, it was probably about 6 or 7 tries.
Wow. Yeah. That's interesting. I was about to say, man, I really hope we didn't buy that just for that. So I'm glad you didn't buy it.
No. Not that I would be against buying it. Everybody should go and buy merchandise.
They definitely should, especially if you want that. But I don't think Mark would want a Wonder Woman cape.
No, I like Wonder Woman. I think she's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun ride. But I think that everybody should go to and buy some Theme Park Wizard merch instead. That's what you should.
Oh, you definitely should. And the link below, it's all over the place. All over. We have mugs and phone cases, shirts, whatever you want on themestorewizard.com. Incredible.
Check it out, everybody. This is what people do? Or no, because we're on the split screen.
Oh, yeah. So, what is your favorite Six Flags ride?
Six Flags Magic Mountain or all of Six Flags?
Magic Mountain ride, and then what's your favorite Magic Mountain kiddie ride?
Ooh, I would think my favorite ride is probably Twisted Colossus. And the reason why I say that is
because it looks so badass. Woo.
Yeah, and it's fun. I think it's just because it's fun. I come off of that always smiling, whether it duels or not. Obviously, it's better when it races, but yeah, there you go. It's a ride that for me is re-rideable. Like I can just ride that over and over and have a good time. Especially because I am, and I hate to keep saying this, but because I am a little bit older, like I wouldn't be able to marathon X2, which I think is a superior roller coaster. Mm-hmm. But I don't come off of X2 going, oh my gosh. More
intense on the body.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to come off that and go, oh, I just want to ride that 17,000 more times. I come off that going, wow, that was crazy. But it's like so that's how I approach roller coasters now. I approach roller coasters whether or not I'm smiling and laughing when I come off and not going
on them.
Yeah. Then my favorite kiddie ride. What was that?
What's your favorite track, blue or green?
Oh, on the side. Oh, blue side all day. The airtime on blue side is awesome. Now, obviously, the stall is probably the best moment on the ride on the green side, but the airtime, and I do this little trick, and you can try this too. When you're riding on the train, every time that there's going to be an airtime hill, like right as you're coming up into the thing before you go into the thing, you lift both of your feet off the ground. Hands up, and then you both lift your knees up so your feet aren't touching the train. And legitimately, the lap bar is all that's saving your life. It's really fun.
You know, I do that trick.
You did?
But I do it on Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout when you're on those
yeah.
I'm like this. I'm like, whee!
Oh, yeah, it's a fun trick. I mean, even on Goliath, Goliath's little floater airtime hill can, considered by a lot of people to be not that strong. But if you lift your feet, it's great. It's great.
The trick, it's all in the feet. It's all in the feet.
And then you asked me my favorite kiddie ride.
Yes.
Probably Canyon Blaster. I think Canyon Blaster is like
I went on
crazy fun.
First time last week.
Oh, really?
Random people. They're like, because they're like, we want to get on the rocket or the rod. What's that one?
Oh, Speedy Gonzalez Hot Rod
Yeah,
Racers.
that one. But it was closed. Well, they said it was closed, but then they got off Canyon Blaster. It was running, so I don't know what they're talking about. But they wouldn't let us get on. And then so we went on Canyon Blaster, and the one was a little longer. It was longer than I thought it was gonna be. And I was like, "Wow, this is pretty cool. I like this thing." And then those little hills.
Yeah, it's fun. It's more fun than it should be. You know what I mean?
It really is. Like,
yeah.
You just want to go again? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, good old EF Myler company. Very, very fun.
Yeah, and that takes your picture. I love rides that take my picture. So
yeah, it seems like they don't really do that very much these days.
Yeah, like the picture was working, but then when we got off, the picture thing was closed. I'm like, wow, I want to see my picture.
Yeah, I think they all do it through the app now or something like that.
Terrible. Although I have the app, I just don't know where I'd look.
But not everybody has access to an app. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's so like not cool. I think we have that one here. Is that that's not it? Is that it?
Canyon Blaster? It should be the one next to Wonder Woman.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the good old Canyon Blaster. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Fantastic. Just fantastic stuff right there. Incredible. Wow. So, Six Flags is getting a Wonder Woman coaster. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard about that thing. I think I've seen it.
Like, wow, I don't think it's started construction yet, but I think that's just a churro stand that they're building right there.
Yeah, the Dippin' Dots guy told me it's just going to be a new like rest area.
Yeah, maybe they're bringing back the smoking area back, so enjoy. You can sit on the top. It's a smoking observation deck. And that smoking observation deck is going to open in a few months. I hope you're excited to go on it.
I am. Have you ever ridden a Raptor yet, Ethan?
Not yet.
Oh, man. I will tell you this. The Raptor models are really, really fun. I've been on every single one of them except for Jersey Devil, which is what this ride is going to be.
Plus a little longer.
Yeah, with an extra element. But, and among the enthusiast community who have ridden Jersey Devil, they've always they say they were overwhelmed by it. But I think that's just the enthusiast community we can kind of get up in our own heads. Like, I bet it's a fine coaster. It's like, for example, I've ridden the original Wonder Woman, which is in Fiesta, Texas. It's called the Golden Lasso coaster. And then Railblazer. Yeah. And then the Railblazer up in California's Great America. And those are awesome. And those are the prototypes. And they were really, really great. And Rocky Mountain Construction, who built the roller coaster, or RMC as we call them, they learned from those two prototype coasters, and then they went and built Stunt Pilot, which is in Silverwood up in Idaho, and they made some small tweaks to it.
2.0.
Yeah, they made some small tweaks to it, and they are enough that I could notice the difference, but I'm not saying that it made the ride worse. I noticed the differences, but it's still an amazing coaster. And so I have the same high hopes for the Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, is what ours is going to be called, that they've maybe learned from what they did with Jersey Devil and that extra 1 foot tall height that we're going to get. That it's going to be tweaked just enough to kind of make it even, better. But the great thing about it is that the GP, or the general public, or general population, like we like to say, they are going to love it. It's going to be fun. It is such a fun roller coaster. And I'll let you explain what a single rail for your audience members who may not know what that means. Oh
yeah, a single rail coaster. It literally has a single rail. Let's show you. Let's see.
Oh yeah, he's gonna pull it up. So you know how like normal roller coasters will have two set of running rails that the train sits on. This is they've condensed it to what kind of looks like a normal I-beam that you'd see like holding up a building or something like that, and you're just sitting on top of that. And so basically, actually, you have to straddle when you sit on it. The track, like it's kind of like a saddle. Yeah, it's almost like a saddle of a horse. Like you've got the track literally between your legs.
and it's like it's like almost like kind of like a motorcycle type of ordeal going on.
Yeah, like you're riding a motorcycle, correct.
Mhm.
And
And
it's gonna be wild.
and so
It's gonna be wild.
one track, and these things are crazy. They fly along this track. At least the ones that I've seen on video. Just
Yeah, and the advantage of having a single rail, what the manufacturer has said, is that it will allow for a lot tighter turns.
Mhm.
And it certainly does. It really, so it's only a single file. So as you can see in the picture there, you're not sitting next to anybody. It's just you in the row by yourself. And when they go twisting through their things, it's it's fun. And so, yeah, I mean, what do you think? Do you think that when do you think that the track work's going to be completed, Ethan?
Let's see. It's May. I feel like by mid-June it could be done.
By mid-June?
Mhm.
I think that's like all done, like open and ready to go in June.
No, not open. I feel like
Oh, just
the
track.
track, just the track work will be like done by mid-June. I feel like by 4th of July weekend it could be open.
Yeah, and every time I say your name, my son keeps thinking it's him, so I'm just gonna have him
Hi,
pretend to say that.
Ethan.
Come here, buddy. I'm gonna put the headphones on you, okay? Come here. His name's also Ethan. His name's also Ethan.
Ethan, hi. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. How was Universal?
Good.
You loved it? What was your favorite ride?
I don't know.
You don't
Mhm.
know? None of them? You hated all of them.
No,
You loved all of them.
I liked a few.
A few. Only the dinosaur one, huh?
No.
Mummy?
Only
Mummy, that was your favorite. The indoor roller coaster. No, you hated that one.
Wait. Yes, I did actually like the indoor one.
Which one? Oh, the Secret Life of Pets.
Yes,
The
and
pets?
the other one.
The other one.
Don't
Oh, the Forbidden Journey.
Yes.
Harry Potter. Those are your favorite. That's a good favorite. That's like almost everybody's favorite. You gotta go back for your birthday again, but you also guys can come back in like June. Both of you. All three of you. June 30th. Be there, be square. It's gonna be a great day. Because you have to get on the studio tour. Did you guys take them on the tour? Oh, wait a second. I just realized you don't have the headphones on.
No, are you talking to me? Sorry. I'll come back. What were you asking?
I say, did you take him on the tour?
Oh, we did. Did we take you? Did we go on the tour? The tour bus? We did, right?
What two of us?
Where it goes through like King Kong area, and did we do that?
Oh, King Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did King Kong.
I think we did.
So what I was saying to him is you guys gotta come back in June.
I would love to come back. Yeah, I mean, for Super Nintendo World, this is a kid. Bye. He loves Mario and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, you guys gotta come back for that. No matter what. No matter what. Even if you like sell your house, you gotta come back for it.
Sell our house just for a 1-day admission. No, Super Nintendo looks so cool. I mean, because you've been going and doing those updates for that regularly, which is great. And what do you think? I mean, I love that. A lot of times Universal is really, correct me if I'm wrong here, but they like to kind of like control their entrance statement of a land or a ride. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they try to make it kind of hidden. Kind of Disney does this too, where it's not until you come around a corner that you can actually see. But I actually like that you can see them in the Super Nintendo World from like the parking structure, certain parking structures and stuff like that, or as you're coming down from down to the lower lot, because it's like just your eyes automatically go off to it, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go over there.
Like it's so like, especially because on the lower lot, because most of the stuff except Jurassic World, the older stuff, just that beige studio building type feel going on there. So then you have this green and white and all these colors of Super Nintendo World. You're like, whoa. And then you have the Jurassic World blue, and you're like, whoa. It's finally a splash of color on the lower lot. It's fantastic. Fantastic. You don't understand how many people coming down the when I film on the escalators. Every time people are going down, they're like, "Oh look, it's Super Mario World! Oh look, that's under construction! Incredible! It's
Yeah,
incredible!"
they're like, "Hey, what's there? Can we go there? Is that open?" And you're like, "Not open yet."
Yeah, like, not yet, but keep on noticing because it's super cool. You gotta go. I bet you this will draw people that don't even like theme parks into the theme park
I
just
think
because
so
it's
too.
fun.
It's going to bring a lot of gamers and people who, I mean, not even gamers. Like, I mean, it's like Mario is like, and I know it's not just Mario, but I mean, it's
Mhm.
like Super
But he's like the
Nintendo, but
main draw. Mario's like the main guy.
it's like, yeah, it's like a, it transcends gaming.
Mhm.
It's Mario and Super Nintendo and all those things are really, you know, icons among a lot of people. And so I think it's so smart that they were able to acquire the licensing for that. And they just, I mean, if like we've seen in Japan, like the Super Mario World there that's been open, the way they didn't pull any of their punches when it comes to the theming. I mean, it's
Mhm.
really, really, really immersive. Super impressive too. I mean, it's like,
I like how everything. It's almost like Tomorrowland, or how Tomorrowland was. Everything was moving. Everything's the clouds, the piranha plants. Everything's moving. That's gonna be super cool. I can just go there and just sit there and watch everything move, and then leave, and then be just as satisfied as even if I never rode Mario Kart ever.
absolutely. It's like, they said, no, we're going to make this immersive. If we're going to make this, it's got to be, everything's got to be moving. And now it's kind of funny because now it makes me want that for like every theme park. Like, it's like they've really kind of given a black eye to where it's like, for example, Magic Mountain, the Scream Punk District, how, it's all supposed to be like steampunk stuff, like you have gears and
Mhm.
stuff like that. I'm like, why aren't these gears moving? These gears should be moving.
Exactly. They have like all those cool props. It shouldn't take too much to make them move a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. It's
man.
like, and I get it that Universal has like, mountains and mountains of cash, um,
Yeah.
but it's nice to see that the small attention to detail that, yeah, that there's piranha plants and the piranha plants move and that there's a cloud that's moving and then there's a coin that's spinning or there's a turtle shell that's spinning. It's like,
And
that's just
those,
going the extra mile.
those little power bands you can buy and then
Yeah.
jump up on the
Such
blocks. Like, ooh,
an idea. I love it.
like that's incredible. And then Pokemon, whenever that comes, golden, golden, golden ambassador. That's a golden ambassador opportunity. And speaking of enhancements,
Mhm.
Six Flags has been doing some nice enhancements thanks to the new CEO. Now,
Yeah.
we're gonna name our wish lists. Ready?
Mhm.
So this is what we're getting. We're getting the bathrooms, and for you guys watching that don't go to Six Flags, this may sound silly or never been to a Six Flags one. It may sound silly, but it's very important because they don't have these things. We got
Right.
a new bathroom building, which looks fantastic. I never said this about a bathroom building that looks like a normal plain bathroom building, but it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
The new refillable water station. Hurricane Harbor's getting some shade and seating. Incredible. So my wish list. Oh, put a second entrance by the quick twist
Oh,
glasses,
I'm
please.
with you
Oh,
there. I am with
who
you
wants
there.
to park in the dirt and walk all the way or wait for the slow buses? Oh, please, punch the 110 degrees. And I was like, that's the thing. Six Flags knows in a place where it actually gets to 110 degrees outside. People are like, oh, it's so hot. It's like 110, like in other places as a joke. But in this place, it actually gets to 110. Like, actually. And there's no shade walking from the dirt lot, if you have part there, to the front entrance. That's crazy. I
Yes.
the parking lot that way for the I'm a parking garage. You put a parking garage. You can use some of the surface lot for expansion. Keeps the cars cool, and then you can at least put an actual pedestrian walkway that's shaded with something around the entire parking lot. That's all I ask. I don't know how much it costs, but I'll put in my life savings for it. Come on, you are at the park president. If you see him walking, just on the suggestion box. Like, hey,
Well,
it'll be nice some shade.
let me drop a little bit of knowledge here. Obviously, again, this is Dippin' Dots guy level, but when I was talking to him,
Mhm.
he was with a couple other upper ups, and I said, "Hey, I wanted to let you know that I have noticed the small improvements around the park. They've been
Oh,
investing in a
that's
lot
good.
of umbrellas, and
Mhm.
umbrellas don't cost much. But again, there's some areas with no shade at all, and
Exactly.
the fact that they've been investing in these umbrellas for shade, certain spots was noticeable, and also a lot of flowers and stuff like that have been.
And they even put, like, some props, like, some theming props.
Yeah, some old props from like back in the day, from like
Which
the
is
70s and
a
80s, that
nice
they just
touch. I mean,
pull them out of
I
storage,
people
put them in there.
noticing them.
It's
Yeah.
great. So I was talking to him saying, "Hey, I noticed that it's appreciated. We actually like that." And he goes, "Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, keep your eyes open for more of that." And then I said, "Well, um, oh, what did it? Oh, I'm losing my train of thought. But it's something like, I was grateful. Thank you for doing that. Oh no, I said was, hey, truth be told, we would be okay if we didn't get another roller coaster for a couple of years, because we're now with this Wonder Woman one, to throw back to that,
20.
we're going to have the most roller coasters anywhere in the United States. And that's probably not going to be beaten for a while. So we'll actually be anywhere in the world, even though we're
Yeah.
competing with one in Poland, but they get funded by their government. So it's like, they're probably going to beat us. Okay. Nothing to do with that. We can't compete with that. So after this new one, we got 20. Let's spend the next couple of years that money that you would have spent on a roller coaster, the 15 million, the 20 million, or whatever it
Mhm.
is, and invest in infrastructure. Right. I said that to him. I said,
Mhm.
we'd be happy with that. And he goes, keep your eyes open. And then I was like, oh, and he pointed. Now, again, take this with a grain of salt. I don't know what he
Mhm.
meant, but he pointed at the steampunk district and he said, keep your eyes open over there.
Oh gosh, a second
Now,
entrance,
if he meant
please.
second entrance, because I'm sure you remember back when the pandemic was happening and Six Flags was closed for
Mhm.
holiday in the park, they opened it up and let
Yeah, and you
guests
you drove
drive
through there.
in your own car. You got to drive through, and we exited in between Scream and Twisted Colossus. That's where the
Yeah.
exit was. So there is space,
Mhm.
and so it wouldn't cost very much, and it doesn't have to be open all the time. But during the busy seasons,
The busy
when you're
season.
parking in that extended parking, that overflow parking lot, you open up a second entrance. I mean,
No, that is, to me, more valuable than any coaster or ride you can put in there.
yes,
Oh,
yes. I mean, it'd be so much. I
especially if
mean,
you're not gonna put any shade on the parking lot. You gotta do something, like, one of the
Cedar Point has what, 4 entrances? Cedar Point, I
Yeah.
think, has 4 entrances. And it's like they don't have to be open all the time. It just,
Mhm.
as needed. And I do like my wish list also includes that. It's my number one wish list. Number two, I also like the idea of some sort of parking structure. That would be really
Mhm.
cool. You could even, have solar panels, because at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom up north, they
Mhm.
have their whole entire parking area is completely shaded, and they have solar panels on it.
Yeah, see,
So
it's
it's like,
double win because you get power for the park, and then you shade the cars.
I mean, it's sunny all the time up here, so it's like, hello, you could run Superman Escape from Krypton off the solar power. But
Exactly.
I also have a wish list of just maybe twofold. I would like to see more trees. More trees would be
Yes,
great.
please.
And then just somewhere, maybe at the entrance or something, can we put some paver stones in? Some paver
Oh,
stones.
somewhere, and actually also add to repave some parts of the parking lots. I drove
Oh,
there and I get a man, my car is just bouncing around like, wait a
parking
second.
lot's a joke right now.
And then
But
the arrows are pointing to the left as t telling people to exit there, but then it's blocked and you have to exit this way. I know that's not what I do, but some people, it's the first time, were like, "What?"
right, we love you, Six Flags Magic Mountain, but this is all just out of love.
Out of
We
love, please. But
yeah.
seriously, I'm keep going on the shade thing because that could be a real safety thing. What if someone wants to ride a roller coaster, but they're like, they get dehydrated and pass out in the parking lot, and they can easily sue the place for no shade. Six Flags, I'm saving you from a lawsuit.
Yeah,
Put
well,
the
let's
shade in there.
exactly. And I'm grateful for these umbrellas, and also the fact you brought it up before. They've replaced all the water fountains, the drinking fountains, with
Yeah, those are very nice. The
new ones that are
refillable,
filtered nice, and it has the refillable
which is
bottle thing. Because before
fantastic.
you weren't allowed to bring in your own water bottles, and now they're just like. And I'll tell you that the water from the water fountain actually tastes better than if you go to a restaurant and ask for a glass of water. I'm serious. I do it every day.
It looks like it because especially that new one, it just looks so shiny. It just looks like it's like right from the mountain. Like
It's the Magic
just
Mountain sparkling
looks
water.
like it's right, like super fresh. I must
But it
say,
tastes
though,
good.
I'm super glad that Six Flags so far is the only theme park that I know of, at least here, that has the security thing where you don't have to take out anything, you just walk right through.
Yeah,
And
how
say,
cool is
"Sir,"
that?
and, like that's fantastic. I don't know why any other place hasn't adopted that yet, but
It's
especially
really
when in
cool.
Florida they have. But that's super cool. I was like, good job, Six Flags, for just stuff like that. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but it's really neat. Like, what they'll do for anybody who doesn't know, you don't have to stop and go through a metal detector, one at a time, take things out of your pockets. You
Yeah.
can keep everything in your pockets. And if they need to do a secondary screening, they know, and they'll have someone go, "Oh, hey, you need to go over here." I go into like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm wearing a backpack now that has 2 big jugs of water in it, but that's the only thing that's in my backpack. They don't stop me. The machines obviously know that there's no metal or so I just it's super slick. I love
It's
it.
fantastic. Yeah, it saves a lot of time. There's never a line there because they don't have to check a bag. It's great. You should walk on through. Crazy that all the places Six Flags did that first. But good job, Six Flags.
Yeah,
Good
it's great.
job.
We're getting there, and you know, we all love Disney and we all love Universal, and I think it's going to be a long ways away before Six Flags kind of gets to that level of I don't know, just I guess infrastructure. Cedar Point is pretty close, but or sorry, I should say Cedar Fair.
Yeah, because Knott's is very.
Oh, Knott's is great.
I think Knott's also has that same type of security system, which is fantastic.
Yeah. I am grateful for the small improvements. Like you said, the new CEO is really shaping things up. Now, of course, along with that comes the change to the
tiers,
memberships, and it's going to be some of the meal plans are going away, and I get that it could be upsetting, but if you think about it,
it's still not even that expensive.
No, it's really not that expensive or much more expensive, but it's when you start actually seeing where that extra cost starts being invested back into the park, that I can even now, I'm telling you, I can physically see it already happening. I'm okay with that. Unlike the city of LA where you pay for a lot of taxes, they say, we're going to fix your roads. And then
still bouncing out. Yeah.
They still haven't. But no, Six Flags is actually, for example, there's a Six Flags park in Texas called Six Flags Fiesta Texas. And it is what I want all Six Flags parks to eventually kind of get to that level. It is clean, is well themed. It looks really great. I had a really fun immersive experience there. And if we could just kind of use that as a model park as far as like infrastructure goes, like awesome.
Yeah, that'll be, and I hope that park president is right when he says keep an eye out, because that would be quite
that's for again just enthusiast and a wish list type of person. That's exactly where my mind went, because it was so interesting that after I'd said invest in infrastructure, and he pointed to that direction. But maybe he's just meaning to say that we're gonna, I don't know, maybe we're gonna paint the signs or something. I don't know. It could be anything, but I will say that I have seen a lot of new plants go in. A lot of shade has gone up as far as umbrellas and things like that. And without risking repeating myself over and over again, but it's grateful. It is noticeable. And so with the new DC area that's going to be built with the Wonder Woman ride.
What do you think about that?
I think it's cool. I mean, yes, it's the arch, whatever. It's the same one as Discovery Kingdom, but it's going to be new, which is great. It's new. It's shiny. I'm grateful for it. And I'll tell you another thing that I noticed. The normal fountain, the big fountain that's at the front of the park.
It's one of my favorite places in the park because it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, fountain's got a big waterfall. It was drained yesterday, and they had 2 professionals in there replacing all the old pipes that were like
Ooh,
metal, or I'm not a professional, so I don't know, metal,
like
and
all the
replacing
rusted
it with like PVC or ABS, some like newer kind of like less corrosive piping that is probably going to last way longer, take less maintenance to fix. And I was like, that's something that they didn't need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they invested in, let's shut it down, let's bring some guys in and replace everything so that it can be operating better. It's those little small things that I'm seeing that makes me go, they're doing stuff. It's happening.
And that's also something that if you don't see it under construction, you'll never know what happened. Like when it's
Exactly. So, I have hope in the DC area, because there was a little facade in between the old Wonder Woman ride and there was like a gift store there. It was like some fake facades, and they tore those down, and we thought, oh, are they building something new there? And it looks like they're building a new facade. It's like, well, why would they tear it down and rebuild it new? I don't know if that's going to be where a restaurant's going to be. I'm not really sure, but the fact that they are rebuilding something there again kind of gives me hope in the land. I know that there's been rumors that the restaurant might be on hold. There's going to be a bar there that might be on hold. New restrooms are going to be built back there that might be on hold. But I'm just excited because what we saw with the underground, with West Coast Racers, and how they really turned around that Typhoon Lagoon or whatever it was called, or Typhoon Bay, or what was it called?
Cyclone Bay.
Cyclone Bay. Yeah. I'm mixing my parks.
Yeah, that's over here in Florida, Typhoon.
But they
I
really
like in that part though how they completely knocked down the bathroom, because I actually worked in that area, and I went in that bathroom.
That was a
And
bad
it was like
bathroom.
very disgusting. It was probably one of the worst bathrooms I've ever seen, not just in the park, but in my entire life. I was like, worst. So when I knocked it out, I was like, thank goodness. I'm like, that needed to go. I'm glad a brand new building popped up. Is Ethan okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh,
you okay?
Sound like he saw a spider or something.
No, he's playing a video game on his tablet there.
Oh,
my phone.
Oh, on the phone. Okay.
Yeah, Dad. Yeah, Boomer. It's a phone.
Back on this telephony device, but just what they did back there in the underground, where they just made everything new. They tore everything down, built it. Even the existing restaurant there, they gutted and made it nicer. And yes, all they did was lay down asphalt for the ground, but it works for what the area is supposed to be. But the fact that they took that extra time to do stuff like that really gives me hope with what the DC area is going to be, and whatever comes next, whatever section they move to next, whether that's what the park president was saying is keep an eye on the Scream Punk because we're going to do something more. I don't know, but bring it on.
Now, speaking of that, well, actually two things. Superheroes, they wear capes and they put a lot of costumes on. They're pretty hot, right? Batman must be pretty hot in his little Gotham. So I didn't see any of the kind of concept art, but I still didn't see enough shade in those in the DC universe. I know they showed the sign and things, but it looks very like open, and like the underground is just also very open, and people go, "Oh, well, it seems to an LA street." Well, they have palm trees and shade trees on LA streets. Like,
yeah,
that's my biggest thing with those two. Other than the underground looks fantastic, but again, I go in there.
Could have used more trees.
I can pass out because the sun's just beaming in my face as they stand in line.
Especially since you've got asphalt. The sun's going to bounce off the black asphalt. But I mean, it's
trees. Like you can put some city straight trees they have in there. Like something. Yeah, I agree, Ethan.
But I think that, I mean, it's kind of hard to say from concept arting. You're not really sure, but I would hope so. I would hope that they do put some greenery, some shade. I have noticed that they've done some changes to the Batman queue. It looks like you might be entering from where the exit was now. I think because they used to have that Batman. They had that big Batman logo. That's gone.
Interesting.
And also, right in front of where the entrance queue was, they've done a lot of digging and they've taken that out. So I'm wondering because if you remember, they had the Batmobile that was kind of up by where the arches were. I'm wondering if they're going to put the Batmobile next to that ride now Again, this
That
is
would
just my
actually make
speculation,
more
but
sense.
I'll tell you where, even I'll tell you one of my least favorite things that I would love for them to do. We're gonna go back to wish lists. It's hot at Magic Mountain and it's hot being exposed to the sun. But do you remember how hot it is in the Batman queue when you're in that like tin staircase? Like as you go in, you're like going up that double staircase. It's
Also,
just like so narrow and it's
yeah,
like
it's
hot
hot,
metal, no
and
ventilation.
the Batman cues also just smells disgusting. I guess
Smells
it's
gross.
very
It's
well.
hot. You've got the guests visiting from France who are like, right behind you and you can smell their body odor. You're like, this is just bad news. I don't want to be in this queue anymore.
like that's
Much love to my French followers.
Like, oh, that's such. It's like I guess they themed it very well, but it's a bad thing.
Yeah, bat theme. Smells like guano in here.
Like, man, they can theme it to anywhere else. But the Scream Pun District, I don't know if you saw that rumor of Scream being the next to be removed.
I've heard that. I don't think they're going to do it. I think that it still rides fine. It doesn't ride bad. It's like it's a high capacity ride.
Mhm.
It doesn't get very much foot traffic because of kind of it's like really is kind of really far out of the way. But I is it my least favorite ride? Not really, but is it my favorite ride? No. But I still think that it's a good for what it is, and especially if they did make another entrance there, there's no way they would take that out.
That should be it, because then be right next to it. Like, get easy access to Scream and Twisted Colossus.
Yeah.
What ride would you want to be taken out next?
I hate to say this just because because it's so hot, we've been talking about it so hot, but I would probably either update or get rid of the Rapids ride, Roaring Rapids.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe update. I wouldn't get rid of it, or at least if I get rid of it, I'd place it with another water thing, because Six Flags is, the water things are leaving. Log Jammer for Full Throttle, Tidal Wave for Wonder Woman. There's 2 left. I was about to say,
Yeah.
Jetstream and the Rapids. So at least I'd say update the Rapids.
Yeah, because I did that with Bigfoot Rapids at the Knott's Berry Farm, turned it into the Calico River.
And that's gorgeous little bear eating the fish.
Yeah, if they did something like that, that'd be great. But it's just it's a plot of land that is really cool. It's like every time I go up and ride that ride, I always forget that that's there in Magic Mountain. You go up there and you go, oh yeah, this is like such a cool area.
And it's the most shaded area, which is
and it is the most shaded area. And here's a fun fact. Now I could be wrong. Obviously, your viewers will let you know in the comments. I think it's the only ride. Roaring Rapids is the only non-ADA compliant ride. There's no way up there if you use a wheelchair or any sort of mobility scooter. There's no way up there. It's only stairs. There's no
that alone may make it a cause for an update.
Right. And so I did see some carpenters working on some of the wood up there a couple of while ago. It's still not open. They'll probably open it. They'll probably wait till Memorial Day weekend or something to open it. But yes, I want more water rides there. I don't know. Because a lot of people want Viper to be removed. I don't think Viper should be removed. It's a dying breed. If anything, it should be like, given the Morgan treatment, maybe like fix it up a little bit. But it's iconic. It's
ouch.
Yeah, I think that can be solved, though. That can be solved with just better trains. And that's a lot less expensive than having to tear it out. You know what else I'd like to see taken out? I would like to see the pavilions, the park pavilions taken out and a ride going there. There's a pavilion called the Oak Grove Picnic Area, which is right kind of in between like where you get your flash passes and X2. There's a huge swath of land.
That whole area.
Yeah, it's done for like corporate events or
nothing's happened over there.
Yeah, and I mean you can rent it out, and they've got a restaurant. I shouldn't say restaurant, like food facilities there, and for big corporate events and picnics, stuff like that. I think that'd be a good place to build a ride, or maybe the Golden Bear Theater as well. I joke that take out the Golden Bear Theater, which is iconic. I get it, but take it out and put an Axis coaster there. You can call it the Golden Bear.
True, and it can be shaped as a bear.
Yes.
But yeah, the Golden Bear Theater, it's so nice. It's really big, but they don't use it at all. Like, at least put a show there, or if you don't, then yeah, take it out.
Yeah, I think they use it for grad night, but that's
Yeah,
about
they
it.
use it for grad night. They use it for some awards thing for music, but that's it. So stupid. Why don't you put it? And that's another shaded area. Wow, that you can't use. I see someone.
What ride would you take out? Or
What
ride
ride
or
would I take out? Let's see. I would take out. I'm gonna have to go on the Viper train.
No play on words there.
Because look, Tatsu got repainted, but Viper didn't. You gotta think it's on the chopping block.
Or it's on the lineup as an Ace landmark. I know they normally do wooden coasters, but we got Revolution Ace landmarks. So.
And if they keep Viper, then I guess those new trains. But other than Viper, I feel like Viper, because that's such a taker outer.
What if they turned? I mean, because you had the Phantom at Kennywood, which was an Arrow mega looper that was horrible and it caused a lot of pain. They brought in Chance Morgan, it was just Morgan at the time, chopped the trains basically in half so that they're like much slimmer profile, reprofile, get rid of all the inversions, and now it's one of the greatest roller coasters that's ever been that exists. So what if they did that?
That's like taking it out without taking it out.
Yeah.
So that still counts as taking it out.
The Viper's Revenge. They could call it the Viper's Revenge.
Or they can call it like a different snake, like a California King.
Ooh, the California King snake. I like that.
Yes, I'll take that. I'll take that.
You owe Ethan. They would owe you $1 for the name. That's
$1, maybe like 100 at least. And but so you go with Roaring Rapids update or takeout, and I'll go with Viper update or takeout. You guys let me know in the comments below, what would you take out and why? Would you take out Looney Tunes area? Why?
And what would you want? What would you want to replace Viper if they took it all out? What would you want to replace that?
Cedar Point has some they may have fewer coasters, but they have some really cool ones. I feel like they have cooler ones than we do. So I'd want something like, I don't know, something like a Giga Coaster, like as tall as Millennium Force out there and just as cool as Millennium Force, or something like Maverick, just
that would be cool.
Something on that level, something truly an icon. That'd be something that would be the talk of the town, the icon. It would be Six Flags will spend 3 years worth of money on it, and it just boo. And not only that, but highly themed, like a Velocicoaster, like the first half of Velocicoaster. Wow.
So which manufacturer are you thinking?
Intamin. They've been doing pretty well lately.
Because especially if the Knott's B&M Giga turns out to even be real, even if it's a hyper, Magic Mountain is going to have to respond. There is no choice but to respond. They cannot just let you okay, buddy? Sorry, I got a coughing kid over here. They cannot just idly sit by and watch Knott's Berry Farm take the crown jewel of California with a B&M Hyper or a B&M Giga. And I think the only thing that can beat a B&M Giga is an Intamin Giga. It's the only thing that can do it.
Exactly. So bring it over here, get rid of Viper, and just make it a highly themed Intamin Giga. Wow.
Hyperion as a giga size. Hyperion from Engineering Landing.
Exactly.
Now, here's a question for you, Ethan.
Mhm.
Universal Studios Hollywood
Mhm.
has a very unique geographical setting where it's
Oh
also on
boy,
the side of a mountain.
I know what you're gonna ask.
And they've been working with Intamin a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been moving some sound stages to a completely different area of the year. Do you think it's possible to create a sweet big kids roller coaster at Universal Studios Hollywood?
You know, I think so. In fact, there's a rumor of one coming. Did you hear?
I have heard.
Good.
Where would
Because
you put it?
I'd put it right on those two, the special effects stage and animal actors with the swooping turn over the escalators. Because wow, who wants to drift? That'd be such cool. You can drifting over the escalators, over that view, zooming back in. Wow, drifting coaster. I'll take it. It's coming. And Ethan also agrees. And Intamin has some cool spinning drifting technology that someone posted on a forum. I think it could work. I think it's coming, and I think it's going right in the upper lot.
I think so too. I'd put it in the upper lot too, but I have my dream would be, yes, to utilize the animal actors in those studio places as well, but I would keep it part of the Simpsons. I would take the Simpsons ride and make that the entrance queue. And Time Traveler at the Silver Dollar City, how it just goes into a drop, right?
Yeah, that would be pretty
So if
cool.
you took the Simpsons show building and made that the entrance station, and all it would have to do is just drop off the edge right there. Now, the escalators aren't over there, so you're not going to be in front of people or anything like that. And then you have it kind of go up and around. And the cool thing is, it doesn't have to be by Mach. Yes, it would be cool if it was a Mach extreme spinning coaster called like the Simpsons Spin or something like that. That'd be cool. But have a launched lift hill to come back to the upper lot. So it'll go down around the lower lot, and then at the very end, a launch lift hill to bring it back up.
That would be. Ooh, I like that.
So that keeps the Simpsons show building. Because, yes, I know that the Simpsons just went through a refurbishment, or maybe it was just a repainting, right? Was it just painting?
Yeah, it's mostly painting and maintenance stuff going on, because a lot of them weren't working.
I know that ride is getting a little bit long in the tooth. A lot of people kind of don't really like the Simpsons ride as much as they used to. I wasn't mad that they changed it from Back to the Future. I wasn't. It's like, look, I'm all for updating things, and I think that the Springfield area is cool. But keep the Simpsons, make it a coaster. You can even have an indoor section. That'd be cool.
You gotta have an indoor section, because that'd be real nice.
But I'll take the drifting stuff too. I just like the idea of using that terrain to your advantage, where you wouldn't need to build some massive lift hill. You've already got it there. It's there.
Or even better, it drops, then it goes right into a tunnel inside the mountain.
There we go.
Or
we have it take over the stairs that are right next to the escalators, and it goes right next to the escalator.
Right next to them. But look, what are we going right around and the tunnel came right outside the other side.
Right?
Incredible.
See, why don't they make us in charge of park and roller coaster design?
Yeah, come on, whoever
we can find the money.
I'll empty my life savings for it. And last question, because you did a thing, what you're doing your 40 days. Speaking of Universal and the stairs, is that your next exercise? Going up and down those stairs?
I like that idea. For 40 days. Oh my gosh, I'd be like, I'd need to be carried home in a stretcher every night.
10 days.
I'd lose 16 pounds in like 4 days. I have done the stairs before, and it is really fun. I've been thinking about that. I actually that is something that has been on my mind. Speaking with a few other people that go to Universal a lot, Jinx Everywhere, Theme Park Obsession, those guys. That it would be fun to not do a daily thing, but might be fun to go over there and explore that as well.
Because I can definitely join you on a stair thing.
Yeah.
Because I've done the stairs and I came out pooped, but I still conquered them and I did it. I ran up the stairs and I was like, whoa! About halfway through. And you're like, wait, this is a little steeper than I thought it was gonna be. Then you keep going and like, oh gosh, we're almost there. We're not there yet. Then all of a sudden you're at the end. I'm like, ooh, finally made it.
I think it'd be fun to do a race.
Yeah, that's the only time I've done the stairs, a race, and that's why I was sprinting. Let's do it.
I think it would be fun.
Oh,
But
race
yeah,
with
I like
everybody.
that idea. I like that idea. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned because we're gonna make a group chat and we're gonna race, and I'm gonna win because I like winning. It's gonna be great. But wait, a race against just one of the staircases or all the staircases?
It would be every single one of them, and it would be with whoever wants to join. You start at Jurassic World, and you don't stop until you get to The Simpsons.
Yeah, so I'm definitely have to like pace myself. Oh, that's healthy. That
Yeah.
How many stairs? Do you know how many stairs that is?
I remember counting them one time. I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah. Hang on real quick, Ethan. Can you go and shut the door? Cut this part out. I can hear dishes in the background. I just don't want to hear crashing dishes. Okay, and we're back. That's okay. And no, I remember I have counted them before, but I don't remember. It's more than you think. I think the fun thing about the stairs at Universal Hollywood is that you kind of look at them and then you just kind of go, oh yeah, no problem. And it's about starting of the last escalators where you're just like, what in the world am I doing?
Exactly. You're like, yeah, it's not too bad. And
yeah,
you just go and then you're like, it's kind of steep. Then you keep going, you're like, wait, I have like 4 of these left to go.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. That's insane. That's quite the workout. I feel like that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, we should do it with 20 pounds on our back.
Yeah, then I'll fall off my skinny little body. I'll pull it backwards, and then I'll be in the Universal ER.
No, we hike all the way to the top, and then we just go get one of those giant donuts from Lard Lad.
Oh yes, those big ones. I'm like, yes, please. And we take the studio tour so we can just relax for like an hour. That'd be nice. Well, oh boy, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah.
The ambassador, and oh my god, I messed up your name. I was about to say enhanced ride time, but
the enhanced ride time. Hey, I actually like that.
The ambassador, enhanced ride time. Go follow him on Instagram at the ambassador_ERT.
Yeah.
And follow me if you're not already.
You should be following.
Theme Park. I'll do like Hallie doing the little kid shows. Theme Park Wizard. And then yeah. Follow the podcast on Apple and Spotify if you aren't already, or on YouTube right here. This is episode 3. And there'll be a 4th coming soon with Theme Park Tribune.
Nice.
So subscribe, like, and subscribe. Have a phantasmic day and follow him. Follow me. Peace, y'all.